Heaven, heaven. This is Tycoon Reginald Andrew Wibby, and once again, yes, this is Thinking and Speaking in Yes, right? And so today we'll talk about the idea of making and being from a deity's point of view, yes? Because it's quite simple once you follow the logic, right? Of course, you have to deal in the axiom that there is a oneness, and that oneness is a deity, right? And you begin to think about uh, the life of that deity. Yes, at some point, it was like, hey, I'm actually here. Anybody else here? Right? And since it's just that entity, right? It was, well, yeah, there's only me. So, what are we gonna do? Right? And then we begin to comprehend the idea of the first making of things, yes? And the why of the making of things, yes? Because in one aspect, the deity's like, well, it's just me. Oh yeah, we're gonna do everything, right? And then in the other hand, the deity's like, well, just me. That's sad. Kinda sad, right? And so you begin to comprehend um the dealing with the truth of what that existence is for that deity, right? Like, it's going to be a blank slate, but it lets you do something, right? And so the making of the thing, right? So if it's going to be a blank slate till I do something, well, I am happy about this, yes, and I am sad about this, right? So I'm about to build everything as the true expression of myself, right? And so you begin to comprehend of, well, why is there good and why is there bad? Because yes, I'm here by myself. Kind of sad, right? Like, you make all these things, and all these things look like these disparate structures, but yes, it is just one entity moving and being in a very complex kind of way. Um, and in that, right, we begin to comprehend that yes, the negative gets built. Yes, it got built. It's being maintained. It's a good expression of the self, right? Happiness got built, being maintained, still here. Yes, it's good to feel that happy, right? Um, but we comprehend that it is the totality of all feelings that can be felt that were felt as an expression of a perspective on that particular time period. Yes, and so we comprehend, right? Like, for a deity to be its great grand self, it has to be released, it has to be relaxed, it has to be let go and be everything, be the good and the bad, right? And so then the choice is, what are you? Are you good or are you bad, right? Because the mentally lazy are bad, right? Like, we're talking about the standards of the everywhere. The mentally lazy are bad. They get caught up in the anti heavens because they're mentally lazy. Yes? And so there are scales of what is bad, right? Because there are scales of, well, what kind of bad was I feeling? I was just a little bad, very bad, woo, too much bad, right? Um, and so we begin to comprehend that even those people who are just a little bad, they're still bad, right? But those people who are a little good, they're still good, right? And so we begin to comprehend that, okay, we comprehend that yes, we are going to build. We are going to build the good, and yes, we are going to build the bad, right? Well, how the heaven do we do that? Huh? Yes. Can you tell me how the heaven do we build the good, and how the heaven do we build the bad, right? And then we begin to comprehend, well, how is anything built, right? Because the deity comprehend, because we all live it every single day, that you got to take the stuff that you are made of to make new stuff, right? And so, yes, next time in one of these videos, we'll be talking about, well, how do you build bad? Yes, how do you build good from a deity's perspective, where other beings can live and have being inside of what you built? Yes, heaven, heaven.